Are the spices in your kitchen a disorganized mess just like mine? I'm going to show you how to get them organized. Hey everyone, I'm Coral and welcome to my channel. Here you'll find weekly home decor videos with practical tips for a home you'll love. Today's episode of Organize on a Budget, we are going to organize your spices. If you are anything like me, you probably started out with really good intentions and an organized spice shelf at some point, but it just never fails. No matter what you do, they always become a disorganized mess, and it's impossible to keep them organized without some kind of system. When I first set up the pantry in our house, our spices were all nice and neat, organized in a row, but no matter what you do, as you keep buying spices and you're cooking and you're using them, they become a complete mess. Thanks to a comment on one of my previous Organize on a Budget videos, I'm going to show you how to organize your spices. Before we go look at the pantry and see the before and then get it organized, I'm going to show you the different products that I bought in order to organize the spices. Now I will say it was pretty hard to stick to the $50 budget this month for the spices. We cook all the time, and so we have a lot of spices, and trying to find enough space to organize all of them and stay within the $50 budget was really hard. But thanks to those 20% off Bed Bath & Beyond coupons, I was able to get everything and get it down to about $52. The first product that I bought is for the majority of our spices. What I ended up purchasing is this right here. It is called a spice stack, and it is from the brand Utopia, and I did buy this at Bed Bath & Beyond. This holds 30 spice bottles. So what you do is if you pull out the drawer, and it has this nice little feature where it tips down, each drawer holds 10 spice bottles, and there are 3 drawers, so you can fit 30 in there. This holds either the round spices or the rectangle spices. I counted all of our spices. We have a little bit more than 30 of them, so as I go through and organize today, I might throw out some ones that we don't use anymore. I'm going to be able to fit the majority of spices into this spice rack. They do have ones like this that hold a little bit less. I think there was some that held like 20 or so, some smaller versions at different stores, but I liked the 30 because I can fit most of them in here. I do plan on the front of the drawers here, I am going to use my label maker to label which spices are in here. That way we are not constantly trying to figure out and open these drawers to see what types of spices are in each place. But one thing that was nice that I didn't realize until just now when I opened the box is that it comes with these pre-made labels, and it also has some blank labels that you can use to print from your computer, and it says that there are instructions for how to do that. If you don't have a label maker, you can use those labels if you are like me and you want things labeled so you can see where everything is. I did purchase this online, so I didn't see what it was going to look like ahead of time, so I was a little bit nervous because it is plastic, but it feels like it is made of really good quality. It's pretty thick plastic, it's not flimsy. Hopefully it'll hold up well because we do a lot of cooking and we use a ton of spices, and I plan on keeping the things that we use most often, like salt and pepper, in here. So hopefully constantly opening and closing it won't be a problem. At Bed Bath & Beyond, this spice stack is $39.99, but I paid $32 for it with my 20% off coupon. Next, I had to find some more organization products that would fit our oddly shaped spices. At our grocery store, the grocery store brand of spices that they sell are in these rectangular boxes, and we have a ton of those, and they're just laid out in a straight line right now in our pantries. I didn't want to keep them like that because it does work and they do stay put, but it just doesn't look as nice. So I was trying to find something that would fit all of those oddly shaped spices in them. I found these mesh drawer spice racks at Bed Bath & Beyond. They are tiered, has 2 drawers, and they slide out. So I plan on putting these next to the spice stack, and lining up all of our rectangular spices in these. These are made of steel, so hopefully they stand up well. Hopefully 2 was enough to fit all of the spices that we have. We'll see here in a second. These each cost me about $10, so we're up to about $52 total, a little over the $50 limit, but that was the best that I could do in order to find everything that would fit all of our spices and keep it organized in a neat way that I was confident wouldn't end up a mess down the road. So now let's go take a look at what my spices currently look like and get everything organized. This is what our spices currently look like. So these are those rectangular spices that I was talking about that are oddly shaped. So these say kind of organized. It is everything else in the back here that does not say organized. You can see like the salt and pepper here that has been moved to the front, and everything is just kind of a mess. It was originally pretty organized, but as we have used it, everything has just kind of gotten a little bit crazy. So I'm gonna go through this, get it all organized, and throw out the stuff that we don't use anymore. Alright, so here is the final product. On the left here we have all of those spices that are in the rectangle containers. Slide out and you can see the spice name on the side. So fit those there, and then a little bit here. And then we also have the larger spices that are too large to fit in this container up at the top. One thing I will say, if you are looking into getting these mesh sliders, if you have large spices like this, they do not fit on the bottom here. I had a couple of things that were too big to fit in the spice stack that still fit there, but my biggest spices had to go up here on the top. So if you have big spices like this, just be aware of that. I labeled everything with the label maker. These are not in alphabetical order. I just kind of put them in based on what we use the most. And then they slide out here. And you can easily see everything. And then over in the corner here, I do have some larger spices that didn't fit. I think what I'm going to do is get a turntable for this area of the pantry over here and kind of reorganize that. So I will probably be doing that in the next couple of months and using a turntable there, and also for all of our oils and the other cooking sauces that we have. Overall, I'm really happy with the way that this spice organization turned out. The odd-shaped rectangular spices fit great in the mesh rack, and the other spices fit nicely in the spice stack and look great because they're labeled and easy to find. Hopefully it shouldn't be too hard to keep these organized and just place the spices back in their spots whenever we're done cooking. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope it helps you organize your home on a budget. Just for watching today's video, I have a free guide for you, my home organization essentials. Just click on the first link down in the description. That will take you to a page where I ask for your name and email address. Just pop in your name and email, that way I know where to send it. If you did enjoy today's video, do me a favor and give me a thumbs up down below. Also, comment down below and let me know what place in your home you'd like to see on the Organize on a Budget series. You just might see that in my next video. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button and hit the bell. That way you never miss a video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.